where he was just awful, just horrible to Maya. You know, he works it so well. And
it wasn't just the confrontation part of it. It was the part also, too, where Maya was on the balcony overhearing everything Julius was saying to his wife. That was just, oh, man.
Which just further screams, how is it that everybody in this storyline got a nomination except for Carla? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Blasphemous. Biggest snub this year.
So good, and I feel like, I mean, the guest actor category was needed for so long because daytime, doesn't. There are many times you get people who appear in less than 20 episodes. They come in for a short bit of time, for a specific role, and they don't really get to be rewarded for it. But I feel like this year, great category for this. Last year was kind of like, really? Just kind of throw people in there, but this year was good. I feel like either Anna or Ava could win. They should win.
They should win.
Now,
absolutely.
Here's our next category. I like to call the participation category, drama series. There's only 4 soaps, so everybody gets a nomination. And
this is a repeat of last year because all 4 shows were nominated last year as well.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, I think it's one of those things now that we expect it. I mean, it's just, there's 4 left. They might as well all get the nomination kind of thing. And in a sense, I agree with it. I know there are people who don't, but I'm like, go ahead, put all 4 up against each other and see what 4 can come up with the best material to win. I do. I mean, honestly, why not? I mean, otherwise it would only just be 3 that would be nominated if it wasn't all 4, for like it was that one year. So I'm not against it. I'm not against all 4 going up against each other. But as I said, I know some people are.
If we're going for, I'm going to channel Ashley again in her brilliant year in review column at tvsourcemagazine.com, where she discussed the Tale of Two Halves. She did a sports analogy in discussing the Bold and the Beautiful's year, in which the first half was beautiful, excellent, flawless, bold, groundbreaking television, and then the latter half was frustrating as a viewer to watch. If we're going on substance, The Bold and Beautiful has this hands down.
Sure.
There's an infinite amount of episodes that they could pull from, whether it's action or adventure or tugging at your heartstrings or going for the revenge kind of thing. This is the show to give it to. But Jill Phelps is also in this category. And, she's got that magic finger when it comes to Emmys and Emmy bait and, just figuring out what's gonna get them the statue. I know now it's become, sort of okay, acceptable to praise being on Restless. I was doing it last year, when it wasn't, the in thing to do. I think Y&R is an interesting show. It's not the show we watched growing up, but it holds your attention.
Right.
I don't know who's going to take this category. It should be Bold and the Beautiful, but it could be Days of Our Lives.
I know.
I don't know. It should be Bold and the Beautiful. I feel like Bold and the Beautiful should win this category.
The scary part of this is that I do think that we might have another issue of another tie, like last year, because Days and Y&R tied last year. I think it could easily tie again. Y&R had the February sweep stuff that most likely, I have no doubt, they will submit. So you got to remember, Jill Phelps is nominated in this category. I have no doubt that's what they're going to submit. So it's most likely going to be that. So we'll see. And obviously, Days had the 50th anniversary stuff surrounding all of those months. They easily can send in. A lot of the rumor was, well, not really a rumor, this is speculation that a lot of us had online, is that General Hospital probably is going to submit the Tony Geary anniversary Fluke storyline for Best Show. It's not for Best Writing.
I would advise them not to, but...
I don't think it's a good idea either, but that was the speculation that a lot of people had, that they most likely were going to submit that show. I wouldn't do it either, but a lot of people were thinking that that's what they were going to do. Again, this is us. We don't know what they submitted yet, but this is what a lot of people were guessing that they were going to submit. And I agree. I don't think they should submit that either. What do you think they should submit instead? Or should have submitted instead?
Anything else? Here's the thing. Honestly, I hated the Luke story. I hated it from beginning to end. I was not sold. I did not like the resolution. Even if you just watch the standalone episodes, I'm not a fan. It doesn't click with me, and I will wholly admit my bias. No, it's not my cup of tea. I don't think the Nurses Ball was either. But it's hard to figure out. It's hard to figure out what GH can submit, because GH has been a mixed bag, or as I put it, a variety show. And I didn't mean that as when I say that, I don't mean it as an insult. I mean it as you really don't know what you're going to get. And
sure,
I think for people who don't watch the show regularly, I think they might. If they submit those episodes of Tony Geary and the whole flashback thing, they might watch it and just be stunned. And, oh, my God, it's the best thing ever. So I can't put myself into the mind of an Emmy voter who doesn't watch the show, who is just watching this on surface value. But I don't know. I really think it depends on what what else they submit. But other than that, I mean, really, was there anything that they could? There's the wedding, but that was kind of anticlimactic. There's the live episodes, but,
That's already been, I know that the live episode got nominated, didn't it? Or just like the promotion part of it anyway?
I think it was the promotion that got nominated.
The promotion of the live got nominated. There's the live episodes, but I really wouldn't do that either. I had it in my head as to what other one they could have submitted, and now it just completely went out of my head. The Nurses Ball, that would be the only other option.
Yeah. If you're going for, when you go for stunts over substance, then yeah. But there, the follow-up to that would be, where was the substance? And there wasn't a lot of substance to GH last year. There just wasn't. So, I don't know. But I will say that as far as the drama series writing team goes, which the nominees were The Bold and the Beautiful, which head writer Bradley Bell, co-writer Michael Minnis, and their supporting writers were credited. General Hop has head writers Shelley Altman, Ron Calavati, and Gene Passanante nominated. And then for The Young and Restless, Shelley Altman, Gene Passanante, and Charles Pratt Jr. As being the nominees, and co-head writer Tracy Thompson. From a writing standpoint, I feel like this is The Bold and the Beautiful. It needs to be. It should be. There's no.
It should be B&B for this one.
Competition.
Absolutely.
There's just no competition. If they submit the episodes where, I think if you submit Rick and Maya's confrontation in the cabin, which is great, and I'm going to do this from a script standpoint. What I like about that is you've got Ridge on one hand saying, "Oh, Rick's going to freak out. He's going to blow his top. He's not going to forgive her. It's something that's not going to work. He's a hothead. He doesn't understand forgiveness." And you have Maya already having that in her head, feeling that he's not going to accept her. He's not going to, he's not going to love her for who she is. And then him hitting over the plot twist, and being okay with it. that works for me. I feel like if we're going to truly have a category that can be based on the substance of the work, it has to be The Bold and the Beautiful. There's no other option. There's no other choice for this whatsoever. None.
I agree. I think that's really the only standout one in this category is B&B. That's really it. The Bold and Beautiful. That's it. That is it. I really have nothing to add as far as that category is concerned. And then we have Outstanding Directing Team, which is all 4 of the shows that were nominated for Outstanding Directing. B&B has the best location shoots, though. When they're outside, they really do have great outdoor promotional shooting, and not even just when they go on location, such as when they filmed the scenes for Ridge and Caroline's wedding, just even outside when they're coming into Forrester Creations offices, even those scenes are just glamorous. Just everything that they do is glamorous. So
they
honestly,
do, but you've got Jill and Chuck and their sons to compete against. You know, in the Hotel Fire.
The Hotel Fire
was really great in terms of directing, as was the plane crash. And when they showed the little behind-the-scenes snippets of how they filmed, mind you, it was the catastrophe. That's what it was, because it wasn't just the plane crash. It was a storm and a plane crash and a building collapse. All of that.
And the underground collapse. Yes, yeah.
All of that was great. So, I mean, it's a matter of, do you go for, the beautiful, no pun intended, and, with beautiful scenery and the beautiful shots and just the way that everything is set up, especially when they do, like you said, with the wedding. Also, didn't they also do a remote on the beach or something? That wasn't the wedding. Didn't they do a remote or something in 2015 as well? I can't remember. But you would go for that, or do you go for the flashy with YNR and their son? So, I don't know. It's a toss-up between them.
It's a little rough.
Yeah.
Because as you just said, they may go for catastrophe or they'll go for lavish and beautiful. So it's a toss-up between those two, I will admit. So I think it'll either be B&B or YNR for that one. I will admit to that. We also have the digital dramas that were nominated this year, and we had quite a bit that were nominated, and we had some first-time nominees that came in here. Obviously, The Bay was nominated again for their show. East Coast High was also nominated again. Eastsiders, Vanity, and Winterthorn are the new ones that made their way into this category. I'm very happy for Winterthorn making it into the category. Eastsiders as well. I couldn't say enough about Winterthorn when it premiered, and they did a wonderful job with that show and its production. It really felt like it was high-class movie-type feel to it, and the actors that were involved in this, from Martha Madison, Josh Thrower, Michael Caruso, Gordon Thompson, Linda Gray, Kathleen Gotti, Kevin Spiritus. I know I'm forgetting some people, but just those alone. Kirsten Storms, just wonderful, wonderful stuff. I'm very happy they got the acknowledgement that they deserved for that. So wonderful to see them nominated for that show. Incredible.
I have to agree with you. We love the Carusos, obviously. From going way back to Divinity. Remember Divinity?
Divinity.
Winterthorn is a great show. I hope they do well. I love The Bay. Gregory J. Martin and Christos Andrews are some of the most driven, nicest guys you'll ever meet. They do great work with this show. We've had the pleasure of interviewing them and some of the stars from their show numerous times. The Bay is a great show. It's definitely something to watch.